Hey everyone, how you doing? Hopefully you're watching some good cricket. It was a fantastic day for cricket. The Kolkata Knight Riders today demolishing Sunrisers from Hyderabad. But I want to talk a little bit about West Indies cricket. West Indies right now in a very good position of winning a series against South Africa. In Jamaica, all three matches are being played in Jamaica. As many of you know, there is no T20 World Cup in the island nation of Jamaica, which is, to put it mildly, a disgrace, and that doesn't bode well for the growth of the game. But South Africa is here, warming up with the West Indies, not the same level of squad. West Indies missing a few players who are still at the work at T20 in the IPL. It's wrapped up today, so they'll be back. South Africa actually missing maybe four guys from their lineup as well. But so far, the West Indies have performed creditably well in the series, winning both matches quite comfortable. Second match is in progress right now. Third and final match is in progress right now, and there's a quick score update: 26 for one. There was a good ball from Shamar Joseph, who you like to see, delivering a fantastic, really fast ball, and Riza Hendricks couldn't manage it, and he gets caught by Gudakesh Moti out in the deep, which is really simple catch. But I like what I'm seeing from the West Indies, Brandon King so far in this series. There are some good knocks out also from likes of Ruston Chase, who clearly isn't going to the World Cup. And this morning, the West Indies also finalized their squad for the World Cup, and I'll touch on that in a little bit as well. They, but good shot there from Rickleton, and I mean, if him and Quinton de Kock can get some runs, then it's possible that they could put up a fight here. I mean, I think the South Africans would probably want to get at least one victory under their belt. This is it's a challenging time for them in the series. They haven't gotten anything out of the series yet because of the West Indies, who I think are shaping up to do well. And the likes of Ashafri and Rutherford will come back, Robman Powell, and also Andre Russell, who both Narayan and Russell today and Rutherford were basking in a victory in the IPL. But uh, I only wish Narayan was available. I know he retired from international cricket and is very satisfied with that decision. But the way he played in the IPL this year is one of the main standouts in the India Premier League, and you need that. So far in this game, I really like what I'm seeing from Shamar Joseph. I mean, a little bit loose in his second over, but he got a wicket in his first over. And this is a guy with tremendous amount of talent. Clearly, has got into this West Indies squad and also got into the squad for the World Cup. Clearly, because of his exploits in Australia earlier this year. And when you single-handedly win a test match for the West Indies, coming back from the first match of your debut where you took a fifer, and the manner in which Joseph won that second test match in order to allow the West Indies to to not lose a series, that alone gets him into the squad. But as we're on a quick break, let's quickly look at the West Indies team that's going to go to the World Cup. So there was one quick change that was made earlier this today. There's a fresh squad here, and captained by Rovman Powell. Aljari Joseph will be the vice captain. You see the likes of a Johnson Charles, Ruston Chase, I think I may have said earlier Rustin Chase wasn't in the squad. I made a mistake there. Shimon Hetmeyer, who should be coming back as well from the IPL. Hope, Akil Hossain, Shamar Joseph, Brandon King, and Obed McCoy comes into the squad because of injury to former captain Holder. Then you have Gudakesh Moti, who's having a fantastic series here as well, picking up 6 wickets already, I think. And Nicholas Pooran, Andre Russell, Shafane Rutherford, and Ramario Shepherd. That's an extremely good squad. I think this is a squad that can compete very well for far places in this year's World Cup that's coming up in a matter of weeks. And then added to the 5 reserve players are Karl Mayers, who probably feels a little bit undone for not being in the squad, but he's been inconsistent in the last few series, and I suppose he doesn't merit his place. Initially when you think about Karl Mayers, he can do well with the bat and ball, so you would say he's a sure all-rounder for this team and could potentially do something well. Unfortunately, he's not going to be there, but he's included in the reserve players along with Matthew Ford, which I think he has a lot of promise too. Fabian Allen looked good, I think, in the field and looked good in this series, coming back from long-term injury and trying to get himself. That's a good ball right there from Allen, but just going short from Joseph there, and Hayden Walsh and Andrew Fletcher. So I think those are some important players that want to remain fit and healthy because they may be called upon in case of any late withdrawals from the current squad. So that's where we are with West Indies naming their final squad. And I think it should be competitive. Ooh, that's a lovely ball there. Good effort there by what looks like Brandon King out there on the 30-meter. Oh, it's not King. It's actually Obed McCoy. I apologize. Yeah. Yeah. This is dropping a little bit. Ooh, just dropping short too. He's like outside the circle there. Fabian Allen bowling some really good balls. Ooh, that one just meets the fielder and it's going to go all the way for 4. Yeah, De Kock finds a boundary here and South Africa needs that. But yeah, so that's where we are on the cricket. I can put up a little bit the score. So here's what we have so far here. De Kock on 13. Reza Hendricks out for 6 from a very fast ball from Joseph. And yeah, so it's Rickleton there. Fabian Allen in the attack. Bowling a couple good balls here that he could have gotten something out of. Just how many runs off of this over here? A lot of runs in the end. 8, and the rest were all singles. So yeah. So 38 for 1. South Africa chose to bat. Next in line would be and West Indies also naming a fairly good strong team. I think Alec Athanaze is in the mix. He's not clearly Karl Mayers, and Karl Mayers obviously is in the reserve players. Nothing for Alec Athanaze. A kid with a lot of promise here. Hopefully he can get to a point where his cricket can develop because he's very talented. Hossain, Shamar Joseph, Abed McCall, Fabian Allen. Strong West Indies team, and Brandon King as captain in this series, really good so far. So McCoy is coming into the attack, and 34 matches, 43 wickets. He averages around 21.4, decent economy rate. And he had some good promise some years ago, had a little bit of an injury, but it's good to see him back. And with the injury to Jason Holder, he secured a place in the squad to help the West Indies seek their 3rd T20 title. It's not going to be easy, but the conditions should be favorable. It's a home World Cup, including a couple games here in the United States, a couple matches rather in the United States with the in New York and in Florida and Texas. Yeah, that's very wide from Obed McCoy, and Quinton de Kock, serves that upright and plays that and all the way to the boundary. Yeah. So going a little. That's very wide, and de Kock gave the treatment. There's not a lot. I think only 2 guys are out there in the deep. So once he gets that over, it's only going to go to the boundary. Yeah. A little bit of a loosener from McCoy. Oh, that's a lovely slice there, but good stop there. It's what South Africa needs. If you're, they need Quinton de Kock to fire. He did fire in the last match, and you'd have to say, like in the second match, they actually started out very well because the West Indies didn't start off as fast as they did in the first T20. Yeah, they got a good start in the power play, and then they lose what, like 5 wickets or so for a short amount of runs. So South Africans got to think through that. I don't think they'll worry that much about the closing. Oh, that's gone. Lovely ball, a little bit wide, clipped. Rickleton is gone. Yeah, so Weston is taking good wickets. This is 2 wickets already. 43 for 2. Yeah. And of course, if you're coming to watch cricket, although this is a cricket watch along, I'm here to talk about anything else you want, track and field, football. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's a disappointing shot there by Ryan Rickleton. Has a lot of promise, but it's not what you want to see. Yeah. So both fast bowlers have gotten wickets, and that's where we are. Good to see Joseph and Obed McCoy getting some runs. You can never count this out. Not runs, wickets. I apologize. Yeah, yeah. So Britsky's in now, along with DeCock. At this stage, DeCock has to start thinking about being the glue in this match here. Yeah. Again, I'm seeing the replay. It's a very good ball. It's a little bit far away from it. He's stretching for that. He's not. It's a poor shot, I think, in the end by Rickleton. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's poor feeling there. Poor feeling. Gave away some runs there. Johnson Charles, yeah, ball went straight into his hand. Probably would have prevented a run. Yeah, I mean, it could be something wrong with the Sabina Park pitch, but he wasn't covering the ball properly, and that's tough. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining. Just a watch along for the final T20 against South Africa and the West Indies at Sabina Park. Yeah, so I would say very good for the West Indies in the power play, 45 for 2, taking 2 wickets. The South Africans would be disappointed rather for not capitalizing more. There's a few looseness there. There's a couple balls from Fabian Allen that you could say could have took a wicket there, so it could have been 3. But lovely ball, I thought. Great pace from Shamar Joseph to get rid of Reza Hendricks, and then Rickleton nicks a ball, and which is probably, there's no foot movement, nothing. In the end, a poor shot. Yeah. So Gudakesh Moti into the attack, and he's been having a very good, very good series so far. And you need Moti to do something special, because you think about this West Indies lineup. Yeah, you want to think about what happens after the power play is over. How can you seize on any kind of advantage or try to put real pressure on teams? And that's where I was thinking that having a Narayan back would have been really fantastic for this West Indies team. I mean, I guess we can't cry over spilt milk. He's already said he's done and he's happy with the decision. But the way he performed for KKR was just ridiculous this year. Both with the bat and the ball, tremendous. But I think maybe Shamar Joseph could be an X factor. He has to apply himself. I think I was listening to the commentary a little bit earlier, so just to give credit, because I agree with what I think Carlos Brathwaite was saying, or one of these guys. The key thing that he has to remember is how did he get into the team? Because he got into the team because of his ability to bowl fast, but also to find the edge, to be accurate, to mix it up a little bit, but it's largely pace. And so coming into the T20, and he did obviously go to the IPL. I'm not necessarily thinking that was a successful stint for him, but just on the back of what he did in Australia, got him a really good contract with the team from, what is it, Lucknow, I think. And now, he's found his way into the West Indies team, and he will be a part of the team. That should be gone. That's a gone. Very good. This reverse sweeping don't get you anywhere now in T20. Yeah. So that's a lovely ball from Gudakesh Moti, and the umpire has given it out. Quinton de Kock has now asked for a review. I'm not quite sure. It looked plumb. But let's see. Doesn't seem as if he had any bat on it. Let's see what's happening here. So lovely ball here. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's any bat, unless it hits him in line. Obviously, I think he hits him in line. I mean, the only question is if it's going wide, but I don't know. Is there any edge in there? They're getting the ultra edge here. Nothing. Flat line, flat line, flat line, flat line. Yeah. So they're going to give us the ball tracking right now. Thanks everyone for joining. Good. There's a review here by Quinton de Kock. Impact in line, hitting wicket, everything all red. And so de Kock is gone. And I think that was a poor shot by Quinton de Kock. Yeah. Gone for 19. He's been the bright spark for South Africa in this series. He was lovely in the last match. And so 47 for 3. The West Indies, I think, are clearly on top right now. They just need to dig in some more and find a way to remove a few more, because this team from South Africa here are missing important players, and especially to close. There's no Markham. There's none of those guys that you would think that would help them to move forward in the series. So if you can get into them, I think that you can do something. Yeah. So Van der Dussen is coming into the to the wicket, but I think South Africa are missing some really key players. I mean, obviously West Indies are missing key players that were in action in the final stages of the IPL, including Captain Rodman Powell, Russell, Shafane Rutherford. Clearly, yeah, but yeah. It's a good ball there from Gudakesh Moti. I like what I'm seeing from Moti over these last few series. So end of the over there. Yeah. Thanks everybody for joining. Appreciate you on the channel. If you're watching cricket, let me know if you want to talk about anything other than cricket too. I'm all good to talk about that as well. Yeah. If you what are your thoughts on the West Indies squad for the World Cup? It's named today. I can review it really quickly. The only big changes is Jason Holder is out with injury, and Obed McCoy, who had a really good series in Nepal and just pick up a wicket here, even though he bowled a couple of looseness. But I've always liked the Obed McCoy. I think he has a good talent. Suffered a little bit with some injuries, and yeah, that was the only kind of setback you would think. And So that's a strong theme, I think, going to the World Cup. And Myers, Ford, Allen, Walsh, and Andre Fletcher are named in part of the reserve for the T20 World Cup. That's about to start in the Caribbean and in the United States here. Yeah. Very good bowling so far, too, I think, from Fabian Allen. I think he's doing some good stuff. I think in his first over, he could have gotten, if he was a little bit more lucky, balls dropping short, he could have probably picked up a wicket. Yeah, 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 yeah. So 50 for three, Van der Dussen and Bretse in at the crease for South Africa, Fabian Allen. Oh, that's going down leg side there. Probably a little bit. Did he get wide? No. No, it was a dot ball. It did come and go down, let's say. Sorry. So it's not, it couldn't be wide. Yeah. So far, two dot balls and some singles. It's a good over for West Indies right here. Very, very good over there from Fabian Allen. Only three from the over. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. You hear a little David Rudder in the background there, the great Trinidadian Calypsonian. Obviously credited with reforming his great song about rally around the West Indies that eventually becomes the anthem to unify the region. Big Caribbean man himself, David Michael Rudder. But importantly, uh, the West Indies are in a good position, really good position, because I think you should your current run rate at six, just a little bit above six, up in the air. This is high. Is it going to go six? No, gone. Not Shamar Joseph, lovely catch there, and the West Indies have taken another wicket. Gudakesh Moti has found a wicket, and they're four down. First ball of the over. That's a way to start. That's how you want to start any over. Lovely catch there from Shamar Joseph out there in the deep. Yeah. Good. This is excellent cricket by the West Indies. Bresky goes for 5 of 7, and South Africa in real trouble. In real trouble. What I like so far from the West Indies is that they haven't taken the pressure off. Right? You won the series already. Sometimes you wonder, will they just like play it easy in the final match? But so far, they're on point. I like this mentality, and it's one of the things that you have to credit Darren Sammy for. I think he's instilled this kind of resistance, resilience, and the ability to play well at all times. That's something he's been preaching, the consistency. So you can't go up two in a series and win it and then just feel like you can do whatever you want in the final match because it's immaterial. No, it's not. And for some of these guys, they really want to get into great form going into the World Cup, and that's good to see. So 4 wickets down, Mulder in now with Van der Dussen, and real trouble for South Africa. Real trouble for South Africa. Thanks for joining me. I mean, the ball was turning a bit away, I think. So I think he thought it was coming in a little bit straighter. I mean, it's hard for me to see, but that's what it looked like. Went way up in the air, no distance on that, and he's gone. Gone, gone, gone. So West Indies, they're happy with this. 51 for 4. Moti into his second. This is what his second over is into, and so far in the series, he's gone 8 wickets, average of 6, best 3 for 22. He's having a lovely time here. Gudakesh Moti. He's having a very lovely time. He's the guy that I really want him to see them persist also in the Test match series. Because the thing about spinners, you gotta keep them in for a while if you're gonna believe in his ability. But he's outstanding so far in the series, and I think if he plays really good, he is gonna play an important role for West Indies, especially after the power play, and hopefully he can really continue from strength to strength. Had some injuries a couple years ago too, but I like him. Yeah. So excellent over so far for the West Indies. Excellent over. Excellent over. You took a wicket, only one run. Powerful innings, stifling of runs here by the West Indies. I like it. I like what I'm seeing. Let me know where you're joining me from. Let me know your thoughts on this match. Let me know your thoughts on anything else. You want to talk out of sports, we can throw them in as well. Yeah, definitely can throw them in. So, yeah, according to ESPN's live forecast, South Africa is on course for 145 runs. Will they get to that? I don't know. Fabian Allen is back into the attack. He's been good so far. I think. Yeah, I like Fabian Allen. I mean, unfortunately, he didn't make it into the final squad, but he's the kind of player you want to keep fit and healthy because you never know. But Brandon King here so far as captain, you gotta love it. Gotta love it. Just a quick single here for South Africa. It's a one run so far off the over for Allen. He's into his third over here. 16 runs. You know. Right now, I think Van der Dussen and Mulder need to rebuild this really fast. But they also have to get the runs going. Oh, that's a very good reverse sweep there. Lovely shot there. Yeah, comes down. Deflecting it, not necessarily a sweep, but gets down on a point, couldn't cut it off, and that's 4 runs there for Van der Dussen. Nice shot, lovely shot. And he's trying to attack Fabian Allen a little bit, but good feeling there by Brandon King. Yeah, tries to get it back to the stumps and allows for an extra run. Yeah. So 2 runs there. Should have been one, but no one was really backing up. I think he was trying to attack the stumps. You take it, you take it, you try to put him on extra pressure. Yeah. Yeah. Rustin Chase, they just showed a shot of him chilling. Had a really good match in the second T20. Let me know what's going on. I mean, a big day for sport too as well. Indy 500, but the lots of rain in the state of Indiana and Indianapolis too. So the 500 should have been probably almost done by now, usually, but it didn't happen. I don't think it started yet. Yeah. So yeah, there's a drinks break. 63 for 4 or 62 for 4. Yeah, and 63 for 4 rather. Good run, good performance so far by the Windies, and especially when you think South Africa won the toss and chose to bat. If you decided to, I think the wicket you should be able to extract some stuff out on this wicket, and doesn't look good. But I think a loose shot. Obviously, I think Rickleton's shot was loose. The Riza Hendricks thing, I think he got outdone for pace there, and yeah, and yeah, I'm not quite sure how to. I mean, Brett's. I think he also got outfoxed too, but he probably shouldn't have. He shouldn't have played that shot. But that's it. But yeah, let me know where you're joining me from. Are you watching the cricket? Are you watching any other kind of sport? Really appreciate you. Weston is trying to be clinical in this series. Let me know your thoughts also on the final squad for the West Indies that was named this morning, updated clearly because of an injury to Jason Holder. They've replaced him with Obed McCoy, also finalized their reserve players. That includes the likes of Fabian Allen, Carl Myers, Matthew Ford, Who else? Hayden Walsh, I think. So yeah, it's and Andre Fletcher. So those are good guys you want to keep in the back line, just in case you need them. The beauty about it is that it's a home World Cup, so you don't necessarily have to travel too far, and they'll travel with the squad, obviously. Yeah, yeah, but it's good performance so far. 63 for 4. South Africa decided to bat, and the West Indies have them, I would say, on the ropes a bit. They now have to try to get back into this game because you have to think that can they get how much runs you need here. Yeah, you got to get a decent amount. Otherwise, because I think this wicket is a wicket that showed you could go 200, you go late 180s, 190s, and there's definite firepower in this batting lineup for the West Indies. Still, when you look at who's in the lineup, there's Johnson Charles there, there's Myers Payne, there's Alec Athanaze gets a chance, and you hope if he can find a way. Andrew Fletcher's there as well, and Fabian Allen can knock it around. So I think this bat's deep. Akil Hossain came back, so you really want to make sure that you get up some runs there if you want to be competitive if you're South Africa, and I'm not quite sure that's happening right now. Hayden Walsh into the attack. Let's see what he can do. Yeah, very good feel, as you know. Yeah, no run off of his first ball. A little bit wideish, upish ball or so. Yeah, lovely. It's gonna be out. Gone. Oh, it was over the line when he caught it. Karl Miles is looks like 6 runs there for Van der Dussen, but he could see the plan. The plan was to set him up so he could strike and go into the deep. And Mayer should have done better there. I think he should have caught that and throw it up in the air, right? I don't think he's aware of what's behind him. He's already on the back of the rope, up against the rope. So anything that you catch there, you have to either throw it up in the air or save it from going for the 6. So maybe not getting the wicket, but you got to save it from going for the 6. Yeah. Yeah. Not bad so far, I would say, from Hayden Walsh. Obviously, there's a 6-3, but 3 dot balls. Yeah, Myers, he probably would have gone out regardless, but not particularly athletic on the boundary there. This morning, you look at the likes of a Russell. I mean, you can't compare Russell in the IPL or with Karl Myers, but Myers is no slouch. I think when you field out there, you have to be aware of the boundary line, and if you're gonna touch it, and as experienced cricketer as he is, the catch comes out of the question there. I think because he's so close to the line that he won't be able to take that catch successfully. So what he needs to do is to try and stop it from going for 6. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hi everyone. Just a good watch along here. It's always good when West Indies win cricket, and they have already won a series, and they're not taking it lightly. They're playing some good cricket here. 71 for 4 South Africa as they chose to bat, and good bowling I thought so far from Joseph McCoy, Gudakesh Moti in particular, as to Fabian Allen. I think bowled really well. He could have picked up a couple wickets, not so, and it didn't happen. Yeah, Hayden Walsh in the attack there should have better feeling from the likes of Myers, and he wouldn't have got hit for 6. Akil Hossain into the attack here. 2 runs off the first ball. Yeah. 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 I hope you guys Sunday's going well, or if you're in this side of the hemisphere, if you're somewhere else, it's early morning or or a bit later if you're in Australia. Yeah. The only thing I would say, and as the commentators talking about, is South Africa missing a bunch of players that were late stages in the IPL, in important players too. So they they shouldn't be worried about this. Some big hitters, uh, Klassen missing, Markram, David Miller, Stubbs. Those are some important guys. So Aiden Markham, I think Klassen is big time. He can make some big runs. Unfortunately, it didn't happen for him in the thing, but Stubbs and David Miller, I think those are some important. And the same thing the commentators are saying too. They're talking about those guys. So South Africa, I don't think they would worry that much, but you would think they would have performed a little bit better here. I mean, West Indies are missing some guys that you would think get straight into the team. Obviously, clearly, Robman Powell gets straight into the team. Uh, the same will happen for Pura, and the same will happen for Andre Russell. Maybe not so much for Shafane Rutherford. I don't really know. Yeah. Hope might be. I think Hope might play. So I like what I'm seeing here from the other guys, and especially I would grade Brandon King's leadership here very highly. Also, his own performance was very good, and the guys who are playing backup are good, and even the guys who aren't, I think they are happy with it, right? So you look at the squad yesterday. I mean, Shemron Hepmeyer too. Some people aren't happy with him in the squad, but I mean, he was playing IPL, and he's the. I think for the sentiments on Hepmeyer is more about his ability to always commit to the cricket that is commiserate with his talent, and that's an interesting way of thinking about it because he's very, very talented. So it's 77 for 4. But I like what I'm seeing from the West Indies so far. Definitely like what I'm seeing. Yeah. Yeah. And don't forget to put your comments in. Don't forget to like. I really appreciate you. If it's your first time, thanks for coming on. If you're here all the time, I really appreciate that too. Let me know where you're joining me from. Let me know what cricket you're watching, if you're watching any, or what you're doing on this Sunday. Good shot here of Jamaica. I've been to Jamaica for a little bit. Need to make a trip down there. Yeah. I was thinking about going to this, but I've been traveling so much these last few weeks, so cross continental. I didn't get a chance to. I just needed time to rest a little bit. All right, Hayden Walsh is gonna get his second over here. Let's see what he'll do. Oh, that's a very great. That's a lovely ball there from Hayden Walsh. Couldn't have got. Could have gotten an inside edge there. Yeah, it was an inside edge, but it could have struck the stumps. I meant, so that was a little bit lucky. Lovely shot, very straight shot there. Very good shot by Mulder rather. 6 runs. Yeah, yeah, excellent shot there. And at this stage now, the South Africans need to start attacking. I think they've made a decision to attack Hayden Walsh. Yeah, probably pick up 2 runs here. So far, they have 9 runs off the over so far. 3 more balls left. Yeah. Yeah. If these two don't go right now, which they're starting to do. Oh, that's a lovely ball there from Hayden Walsh. But I don't know if he's gonna be out. Might be struck out of the light. He's asking Brandon King to go upstairs. I don't know. You can never trust the bowler. The bowler always wants a review. And King has given him this review. He, I don't know if this is an LBW. Let's see. Original decision not out. Let's see. It looked like it struck him outside the line, but my eyes aren't so good as it used to. Let's see. Huh. Oof. Well. Let's see here. He's gonna ask for ultra edge, but it doesn't look like there's any bat involved. Flat line. No bat involved. Let's see what the tracking will do right now. Out. Off. Yeah, it was outside. Yeah, it's gone. Yeah, that's what I was saying from the get go. I don't think he hit him inside the line. Yeah, because it looked like he was outside the line, and the wicket keeper should have been more forceful in telling Brandon King not to listen to Hayden Watch. That's the thing about you can't trust the bowlers a lot on this. Yeah, it looked like he was hit outside the line, and that's what happened. The ball tracking confirmed that. So West Indies lost the review there. Yeah, and good umpiring on the field not to give that out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's one more ball remaining here in the over. And it was a short ball, a bit wide, but just only a single. And that's the end of the over. 13 overs gone, 87 for 4. Still, West Indies playing good. You would still think they're doing well, but credit to these guys. Credit to the captain Van der Dussen and Mulder for trying to get them back in the game. So they really now have to push on. If you don't start pushing on at this moment, then I'm afraid you're going to leave too much to do at the end. And the West Indies, if you don't put on decent score, I don't think you stand a chance. I guess we have to see how West Indies bat, but so far in the field, bowling has been fairly good, especially for already winning the series. Yeah. Thanks everybody for joining. So Obed McCoy comes back into the attack, and yeah, I think Obed McCoy will probably have a lot to prove, especially he's gotten a lifeline with Holder out, and he's got into the squad. Can he get his way into the team? Maybe not, but you never know. Yeah, yeah. Good ball there from Obed McCoy. Goes across the line a little bit. Batsman swipes at it, doesn't get anything. Yeah, yeah, yeah. yeah. Oh, edged, but he didn't. Too wide for the keeper to take, Andrew Fletcher, and so 4 runs. But he did get an edge off Mulder. Almost a similar ball that he bowled. Not as it didn't go as far across as the first one, but enough. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Ooh, the batsman may say otherwise, as if he actually played that shot, but I think it's more of a genuine edge. Or he was playing at it, but I don't think he judged it correctly. But he was lucky enough. Uh, yeah. I guess there's a warning for Brandon King. The West Indies aren't they aren't turning over the bowling fast enough. So they'll add runs to the team if they don't figure this out. They have to up the speed on which they turn over the ball. They turn over overs rather. Let's see. Oben Mokai is averaging about 128. His max speed is 141 so far. More 140s and that would be good for him. He still needs, to me, Obed McCoy needs to probably be a little bit leaner. But he has a lot of promise, and he has the height as well. And since he's back from injury, I think he's been decent. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. So South Africa must be happy with this partnership now. They both guys are in 20s, and they're trying to rebuild this innings. The run rate is ticking up a little bit, 6.8 now. That's a lovely shot there. 4 runs. Great, fine, puts it fine, and Mola is this is a nice over so far for South Africa. Yeah, I think West Indies need to think through this a little bit more. Outstretched there in the deep and can't stop it from going to the boundary. Yeah, yeah. This is much better shot than the one that was edged that could have been caught. This one, he definitely placed it the right place. 47 off 34 balls for the partnership. Good strike there, but that's going to be stopped. No run. Yeah. So the end of the over. 10 runs off the over. Yeah. 97 for 4. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just watching a little cricket, hanging out with you guys. I probably won't stay the whole game, but I wanted to come on and we can talk about anything else you want to talk about. Track and field, talk about the NBA. I don't know if you watch the NBA, but I was disappointed last night in the Indiana Pacers. They had a chance to go to go to 2-1 back in Gainbridge in Indianapolis, and they didn't. They lost the match in the end, and I think they were leading by 18 at some point or some big number. Yeah, Moti's back in the attack. I guess that's the kind of change West Indies needed, because a little bit loose there from Hayden Walsh and the last over there from Obed McCoy, and you really want to ensure that he takes some wickets. You don't want to get these guys going too far down because they can really rebuild the innings. It's going to be a single here, so 2 so far off of it. I think Moti's back in. There's also a worry. Yeah. There's a worry that if they put on some runs, they could put the West Indies under some real pressure, and you don't want to have you don't want that. It's not up in the air. It looks like it's going to be 6. Really good 6. Straight 6. It's the kind of 6 that any batsman would be proud of. Yeah, good batting from Van der Dussen here. Leading by example. Yeah. And then he turns the 6 into a quick 2 here. No, that's only 1 run. Yeah, but that was a lovely shot. Lovely shot. Yeah. So 56 run partnership off of 39. So Van der Dussen and Mulder rebuilding the South African innings. And they're 106 for 4, looking quite decent, quite promising here. If these guys can continue to tick it up, they could probably get up into post 160. I would say if they can get to 175, they would be really chuffed by that. Yeah. Let's go high in the air. So another 6. 2 6s off the over for Van der Dussen. That's a lovely over there for the South African. Third, how many runs there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 6, 12, 14, 16 runs off the over, it seems. Yeah, fantastic for South Africa there. You think the Western is brought in Gudakishmo to probably to see if he could get a wicket, dislodge one of these guys, or slow down the thing, and instead they took it up another notch, and that's a good over for the South Africans. 34 runs for Van der Dussen, 30 runs now for Mola, and all of them a strike rate now above 100, 130 for Mulder, 154 for the captain, and a couple loose balls there from Gudakesh Moti. West Indies need a wicket now. They really need a wicket. They need somebody to slow or to really slow it down, not give them too much. Yeah. Akil Hussain in the attack. Yeah. Oh, that's a lovely, lovely ball. Goes through the two guys there. And 4 runs off for the first ball. So West Indies start to leak runs now. A good timing there from the South African batsman. And Hussein is a little bit upset because he anticipated that one of these guys should have cut that off. But he didn't. And that's tough right now. Thanks everyone for joining. We're watching a little cricket. Let me know where you're joining from. Let me know your thoughts on West Indies final squad, thoughts on this game, thoughts on any other sport if you want. Yeah. Now, there's a lot of space in Sabina Park, so you would think that people would be there enjoying some cricket. Yeah. Brandon King got to do something. So run rate getting close to 8 now. A few overs ago, it was in the 6. Is that out? No, that's probably going down. Yeah. Yeah. West Indies have no reviews either. Yeah. Let's see, what was this? He was appealing for a catch, but it looked like he may have come up, flicked the pad and not, or the thigh pad rather, and not the bat. So 5 runs off the over. That was a dot ball for Hossain. He's trying to go leg side. That went straight through. It's gonna be 4 byes. Yeah, West Indies are not in the right space now. This 3 overs in a row, South Africa has gained the ascendancy a bit, and a bit loose for the West Indies. Moti last over in particular to Hayden Walsh, Obed McCoy. They're a little bit loose now. They got to get serious here. They don't want to set South Africa up. You don't want these guys to. Yeah, you don't really want to set them up that they can start hitting some big balls here. We're in the 16th over, so there's not much left in it, but yeah. How you doing, Ashton? It's great to watching from Guyana, enjoying it. Yeah, it's a good, very good. Good to see a countryman, Shamar Joseph, there getting a wicket. Good pace and early on to dislodge Riza Hendricks. I like what I'm seeing from him there. I didn't think he had a spectacular IPL, but hardly featured. But he can be an X factor for the West Indies, and also Gudakesh Moti, a next countryman. He's been fabulous so far in this series. A little loose in the last over there, but those guys should play an important role for the West Indies in this World Cup. What's your thoughts on the squad? It's a lovely squad, I think. I don't know if it's missing anybody that people would want to have. Captain by Powell, Alzari Joseph, Johnson Charles, Ruston Chase, Hetmeyer, not a Guyanese guy there. Hope, Shea Hope, Akil Hossain, Shamar Joseph, Brandon King, Obed McCoy, Gudakesh Moti, Puran, Andre Russell, Rutherford, Shepard. And then the reserves are Myers, Ford, Allen, Walsh, and Andre Fletcher. Pretty good. If we could make magic happen, I would put, I would have the Trinidad in it, but he retired from international cricket, and there's not much we can do. He doesn't want to play, but he had a fantastic IPL. So great. Did anybody watch the IPL final this morning? It was like a cruise match there for for KKR. It wasn't competitive in the slightest. That's why probably the lowest total in IPL. Yeah. Thanks, everybody. Let's see what Obed Gamakai can do. Is into his steaming, and let's see if he can dislodge this. Oof, it's not bad. I like that style where he's trying to go cut across the batsman, have them swing a little bit, hopefully pick up an edge. Yeah. Let's get back the score up. So yeah, 127 for 4. McCoy into his third over. Oh, that's straight up in the air. Very high. And a guy's there and he's gone. Karl Myers has taken it. And that's what we needed. He hits it straight up in the air. Mulder. Lovely ball by Owen McCoy. It's a bit slower than the one he bowled before, it looks like. And a hard catch for Myers. He had to stretch for it. And so this is what West Indies needed. Yeah. 36 for Mola. I would say batted very well. He and Van der Dussen tried to rebuild the innings for South Africa. And West Indies needed a breakthrough, and they got that breakthrough. And so now it's 127 for 5. Can they get pick up another wicket? At this stage, South Africa, they have to attack, I would think. So if the West Indies can pick up another wicket, or just start to, slow down the rate of scoring. So Kruger is coming out. This is his first match, I think, right? Yeah. Yeah. A lot of promise for this Patrick Kruger guy. I don't know him that well. That was really high in the air, and a lot of credit to Karl Myers for taking that catch. Now that I'm looking at the replay on a number of occasions here, it was really high, and he had to stay focused. Yeah. So that cuts that down, and Kruger's off the mark right away. I like this. I'm like what I'm seeing from Obed McCoy. Let's hope he gets even better by the time the World Cup starts. Oh, straight up in here. Is this going to be a straight 6? Yeah, 6 runs. Van der Dussen is taking things into his own hand, and he just dispatched that over Obed McCoy's head, and it's a 6 runs. Yeah. Those are the kind of 6s you want to see. Straight 6 right back over the bowler's head. You can't do anything about it. Nobody can stop that. Probably hit the the person in the back there doesn't look like. Ooh. Yeah. And that's the end of the over. Okay, well, one more ball remaining. Sorry. All right, that's the end of the over. A quick single. It was a very good over, I thought, from Obed McCoy. Outside of that six that he got dispatched by Van der Dussen, to pick up that wicket, West Indies needed a wicket, and McCoy found a wicket. And so we, even though South Africa gained a bit of ascendancy in the last few overs, the West Indies have still found a way to stay in the match, and I still think they're on top. Yeah, still think they're on top. And just only 3 more overs remaining to wrap up this first innings. Yeah. Yeah. You look at look at the runs for South Africa. They'll be disappointed with these 6-5. Even Quinton de Kock at 19 going. It's not if it wasn't for the contributions from Mola and Van der Dussen, it could have been much worse right now. Shamar Joseph back into the attack. It's just a single right there off of it. All right. That's just the run there. Going leg side, but there's cover by Karl Mars in the boundary line there. So that's like bowling to plan. Yeah. Yeah, if Shamar Joseph isn't accurate here, I mean, things could go wrong. He's trying to go down the leg side. Again, there's cover on the boundary. So, yeah. Let's see what I mean. My only concern. Well, 3 runs so far over the over. Hopefully, Shamar Joseph is, working his way in here because I think he could be a serious X factor in this World Cup. And this is what you need. Power play at the end of the innings. You need really strong bowling. Oh, that's lovely there. Got beaten for pace, I think, there. Really good bowling by Shamar Joseph. Yeah. Just a single again, but squeezing them. Yeah. So he's just got a leg by there. So 4 runs so far off the over. Really good so far by Shamar Joseph. If he can end this on a high, West Indies would be happy. Yeah. That's a wide ball, unfortunately. So he has to bowl that again. Lovely ball from Joseph there. Change of pace. Kruger wanted to swipe at that, couldn't. One more left in the over. It would be great to end this with a wicket, but tries for a good over from Shamar Joseph, only 6 runs, and that's what you want to see. 142 for 5. West Indies, I think, are in good position right now. If they can be very clean in the last couple more, then they put themselves in a good position to go 3-up in the series. And you have to think that winning the series is important, but what is most important here is giving players some game time, looking at different things, allowing them to test stuff out. The World Cup is around the corner. There's not a lot of thing you can do competitively in preparation. So this is why it's really key here. And I like what I'm seeing from the West Indies. And then now you just hope for the guys who are coming back from the IPL and so on, they can be in the squad. A good ball there from Obed McCoy. Not Fletcher. Kruger is swinging at that, but he's not getting anything. So slower delivery, it looks like to me. What was the pace on it? I didn't see it. Yeah. Yeah. Innovative shot there by Kruger. He's going wide. Again, Obed McCoy, and he goes over there and he flicks it over, and it's a lovely shot. Yeah. 6 runs. A fabulous shot. Fabulous. He moves across, turns sideways, flicks his bat, and he got 6 runs. I mean, the bowler had to okay. I think you really have to be brave to take on a shot like that. That you wouldn't think you would do that against a fast bowler. Yeah. Gone. No, didn't go. Yeah. That looks a little bit whitish from McCoy for the follow-up ball, but it wasn't given by the umpire. 8 runs and over right now. Really innovative shot from Kruger, thinking about it again, but also extremely brave. Swing, kind of inside edge there, it looks like. Just a run. 2 balls remaining. He's grimacing. I hope he's okay though. Ooh, 6 runs. Lovely shot by Van der Dusen. Brings up his half century, and he's been the outstanding player here for South Africa. He's rebuilt the innings, and without him, who knows what would have been going on here. Yeah. Great lead side shot there, smashing it. 6 runs. Up in the air. Somebody's there. Gone. And what is going on here by the West Indies? Alec Akanese is running. and Johnson Charles didn't communicate well. Anyway, wicket for the West Indies. Slower ball. He plays across and he goes way up in the air. And I don't know what Akanes and Johnson Charles were doing. I mean, he could have knocked out Alec Athenaeus there. Luckily, Athenaeus held on to the ball, and the danger man is gone. The captain, for a well played 51 runs. So we get almost getting to the end of the South African innings here. Good to see Kutsia back. He was out for a while, right? Yeah. Joseph ending off the innings for West Indies. They get a single there. Good ball by Shamar Joseph. I like what I'm seeing from Shamar Joseph. A little bit of variation there. Playing some. Yeah, it's just not raw pace. It's kind of showing some skill. Yeah. They keep showing this. This is comical from Johnson Charles and Alec Athenaeus. Somebody had to shout. Yeah. Up in the air. Ah, what a catch! That is a lovely catch by the captain. Ridiculous. Again, McCoy and the captain almost collided. What in the world was that? A wicket for Shamar Joseph, but a fantastic catch. He could not have seen this. Kind of a full toss looking ball there. And whoa! Like two guys are diving for it. Obed McCoy and also Brandon King. Get rid of Coates here. West Indies are having a fine time out there in the field. Two catches back to back that could have resulted in major collision. But West Indies captain Brandon King, full stretch there. Lovely catch. That's one of the best catches I've seen in a little while. Lovely. One more in the air. He's gonna go. He's gonna go. Ooh, no, it's just chopping shot. Yeah. Lovely bowling here by Shamar Joseph. Lovely bowling. Weston is looking good in the field. I can't complain. Yeah. It's just a fantastic catch by Brandon King. I like what I'm seeing from Shamar Joseph. You know, he's closing this out really well. A wicket, a couple, 3 runs off the over, right? And again, lovely. Oh, I could. Oh, He could have gotten him out there. He should have run him out on his own bowling. He had enough time. He aimed, missed. He probably could have run in and took the wickets off, the bails off rather. Aimed. He had so much time. He probably could have run in and got that out. I think Joseph would have been upset for not picking up another wicket, but it's his own bowling. He should have run out the man himself. But he's bowling really well. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So that's it. Did he get a 4 or did he save that run? Hussein foot was on the line, so that's going to be 4 runs. So that's 163 for 7. And the end of the South African innings, they wanted to bat first. And great, I would say great bowling performance from the West Indies here. Top score for the South Africans, Van der Dussen, the captain, 51. Creditable performance by Mulder too at 36 runs. Kruger in the end, not out on 16. Innovative shot there to get that 6 from Obed McCoy. But lovely bowling, I would say, from the West Indies. Three wickets for Obed McCoy. I think he's pick of the bowlers today. But lovely bowling by Shamar Joseph. 2 wickets also for Gudakesh Moti. So West Indies would be happy, I think. There's a couple of overs in the that they could have done a bit better. But they're good enough. This is a good score line, I think, and good to defend. Let me know your thoughts on it. And I think Obed McCoy did what anybody would ask for, recognize that he got into the squad and got a game and showcase that I'm going to show people why I deserve to be the replacement player for Jason Holler. But I like what he was doing. He was bowling that kind of wide ball there, forcing the batsman to swing at it or do something and stick to the game plan, I thought, today. Yeah. Hey, Roger, how you doing? Oh, they're not showing it anywhere in the UK. Thanks so much. Interesting. Yeah, I know it's on. I don't know if you have UK ESPN. I mean, I'm watching it on ESPN here, so I think it's in ESPN in the Caribbean, clearly, and ESPN in the States here. But I don't know if there's a way to find it. I don't know. And it's been a while since I started looking at those illegal streams. I don't know if there's any of those available. I don't promote them, but you never know. If you want to watch a cricket, you should be able to get it. But yeah, that's halfway through the match right now, and the West Indies restricted the South Africans for 163 runs. South Africa won the toss, decided to bat, and I don't think they did enough. But we'll see. We shall see. I like the application, as I keep saying. Weston has already won the series, but the application to still come out and play very well. They were fairly good, very good in the field. Maybe 1 or 2 sloppy mistakes, but nothing to complain about. And yeah. The first 2 games, but for some reason not today. Yeah, thanks, appreciate it. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, what will happen here? Let's see where we are. So good bowling. So let's see what Brandon. If Brandon King and Johnson Strauss can start off with a flyer, then they could really put this out of reach early. I think that's what you want to do. It's not particularly. I don't think it's a lot of runs to chase, but you still have to be circumspect. But I would say the captain and Johnson Charles. That let's see what they can do. Starts this off really well. Carl Mears, I think he would probably also want to make some runs. He's been slightly inconsistent over the last few series, and he's a talented cricketer, one that can play across all formats. Really good with the bat and ball, but there's been moments where he hasn't been playing at his best. And then there's Alec Athanaze. I want to see what he can do. Really talented cricketer. A lot of high hopes for him. Didn't really perform as well as you wanted to see in the Test match series there in Australia. Got exposed, I thought, somewhat. But he's also one of those players that super talented, and you just need the right application. Probably need some more tours, better quality bowling face, and he could really live up to his potential. I don't want to say he's a generational talent, but he looks that way from what I've seen when I watched his regional cricket, and he had a fast half century when we played some series recently. So yeah, I agree with this. Charles need a good innings to get some form and momentum going into the World Cup. Yeah, he need. I definitely think that's what we need that, and because I'm still, the opening can be tight, right? You really want good openers. Yeah, but he has the ability, and let's see what we get from him. Yeah, I keep harping on the Narayan situation because I really want to. I mean, when I watched the IPL this year, I just felt like it's a new, just for them to. He's opening at the top for KKR, and he was bowling really well. Like you can imagine having Narayan after the power play could create some real trouble, but he's retired, and I guess it's you got to be okay with it. Yeah, but it's always tough when you see a player retire and they're still playing really good cricket at club level, and when you play good in the IPL, it's a signal, obviously, because it's the best, probably the best version of T20 club cricket you'll get, and yeah, yeah. I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts for the West Indies at this T20 tournament? Can we win it? It would be good to win on home soil, but I don't know. They have to feel well. They have to apply themselves, but they shouldn't be bounced around. I think they have the ability to go far, but there's some really great teams out there. Even this same South Africa team can really, if they get when they get back the likes of a Klassen or Stubbs or Markham and so on, they could be really formidable. The Indians, as usual, Australia, they find a way. Speaking of Australia, today was, I mean, Pat Cummins was having such a great last few years, winning everything, and today, failed as a well. He didn't fail, but his team didn't win the IPL. But everything they were winning. I mean, the Aussies have some really great bowling lineup, batting lineup too. Yeah, England, New Zealand, you can't count them out either. So it should be an interesting Pakistan. I don't know, depends on what Pakistan show up. But It's gonna be a yeah, an interesting World Cup. Now Ryan would have been a game changer, but it is what it is. We should be able to get to it at least the semis, and from there anything can happen. Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's a couple of things we have to say as in a favor. Clearly, you're always under pressure when you host a tournament, somewhat because there's this expectation. But I don't really know if that translates that well. But for sure, you're at home. The conditions, you can't really complain about traveling far or being away from your family. Clearly, you might be in a different island nation, so that might be different for you. But you're in close proximity. You should be familiar with all the grounds. It's not a big deal. And yeah, you're right. They just if you apply themselves, they can get very far. Yeah. If you apply yourself, you can get really, really far. And yeah, the Narayan thing would be cool though, but it's not gonna happen. Greetings, Fitzroy. You're watching from Grenada. Great. Yeah, the great Grenada, Another sport that I like so much and cover on this channel, the great Karani James, you know. Can he can he find his way again on the medal podium at the Olympics, which clearly might be his final Olympics. I mean, he's a guy that's been special, won every medal. He's probably one of your great ambassadors. Oh, you guys also have Anderson Phillips, you know. Grenada, punch above your weight a lot in sport worldwide. Yeah. Yeah. So 8 wickets in the series so far for Moti, the most so far for West Indies. Obed McCoy has 5 as well. Yeah, we'll see. Thanks everybody for joining. Really appreciate the channel. West Indies are about to walk out. Johnson Charles coming out with a captain in response to the South African first inning total of 163 runs. Yeah, for 7. Let's see. Yeah. Good to see cricket in Jamaica. There were no World Cup games, which I really think I don't understand that. I understand what happened, man. I don't want to talk much about it. It's a political thing as well, but it's ridiculous. I mean, and when you think about access to the Caribbean, it's really easy to get to Jamaica from many places. They have multiple flights to get in. They should have been hosting games. You know, they should be hosting games. It's just ridiculous. They also have space to host people. It would have been good. You can't tell me the region is hosting and Sabina Park didn't get a game. That doesn't make sense. But anyway, I've talked about that, and I'm sure people don't want to talk about it. All right. So Norkia will start the bowling for South Africa. Coming back, let's see what he'll do. Bowling from the Courtney Walsh and lovely ball there. Immediately off strike for Brandon King. Out deep. That was really fast. 148 kilometers for the first ball. Hmm. Yeah, I would not underestimate the South Africa squad once they get everybody together. Charles just pushes that, but no run. Let's see, why is this not showing the way I want it? Let's get it to live. All right, first boundary of the match. Yeah, for Johnson Charles. I actually missed how he hit it a while ago. Yeah, he can't bowl there to Johnson Charles. He just flick step. He's gonna hit that all day, every day. There's a couple guys more on the leg side there for South Africa protecting some backward wicket. Oh, that's a very lovely, lovely, innovative shot there from Johnson Charles. Just lifts it over, steps across, well, steps, slides away, and just hits it over. 4 more runs. It's coming into his body, and he just steps away and lifts the bat, and yeah, a little bit over the third area there, shortish, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I mean, they underperform for sure, but they have talent. Oh, straight back down. That's dismissive there from Johnson Charles. Three fours in a row, straight behind the bowler. First, you push one up close to him. He steps back and flicks it. This one just goes straight behind. Yeah, he didn't even look. Well, he looked, but he didn't even move. You know what I meant? Yeah, lovely shot. Typical West Indies shot. Holding the pose. Yeah. One more. Oof. Straight again, but went straight into the wicket, so no runs. 13 from the first over. Weston is off to a flyer. Required run rate 7, just under 8 runs. This is how you want to start. Charles starting off really well, and he needs a good knock. Yeah, yeah. Thanks everyone for joining. Yeah. All right. Yeah, when you think about the amount of runs here, Weston has just got to apply themselves. Because you get a few big overs and you just be steady with this. You should win this comfortably. You don't want to give away a wicket. I don't think anybody should. King facing Fortune, he's probably gone. No, yeah, that looks like he might be going down leg. He's sweeping there, could be in trouble. The sweeping, you got to be careful when you sweep there. Yeah, that's going down leg, I think, but it's straightened a little bit though. 6. Brandon King just like, all right, I'm not doing any foolishness anymore. I'm just gonna stand and hit the bowler right back over his head. 6 runs. Yeah. He just steps down a bit and takes him out. Steps down again, this time on the ground. Just a single. Yeah. The soldier caught that ball one-handed in the crowd. Yeah, I don't know who that guy is, but he's a military guy. He has a water bottle in his left hand and he caught the ball. Yeah, it's pretty good there. Pretty good. Yeah. Safe hands there by the Jamaica Defense Force guy. Yeah. 6 runs. Dispatched by Johnson Charles. You were really asking to be hit if you're bowling like that. Yeah. Good footwork there by Johnson Charles. Steps out a little bit, gives himself enough time to hit that. Once again, a shot straight over it. Lovely over right now so far. This is what, 12 runs off the over so far? Yeah. End of the over, 26 runs without loss. 8 runs for Captain King, 18 runs for Johnson Charles. And the West Indies are off to a flyer. Current run rate at 13 runs. The required run rate 7.6. Good stuff so far. Up next with a well, I don't know why I'm thinking about going up next, but I think there is Karl Myers. There's also Alec Athanaze. Kutsia is coming to the attack. Yeah, so there's Myers, Athanaze, Fletcher, Allen, Walsh, Osine, Moti, Shamar, Joseph. Hopefully, we don't need to see any of those guys. Ooh, good ball there from Kutsia. Swing and a miss from Brandon King. Yeah. That's a very good ball. That's like about a little wide of off stump there. Kind of giving the batsman a chance to think that he can hit it. And if he doesn't hit it, it could be an edge. Good bowling again, but flicks off the pad there. Just the 1 run. Good start to this over by Kutse. And he's usually an aggressive bowler anyway. Six runs. Dispatched. Johnson Charles just looked at Kutse as like, that's not fast enough. That's the wrong line. You're gonna get power. You're gonna get hit right back over your head. It's a lovely shot. Charles means business. Yeah. Another guy caught that in the crowd. Lovely catch by a guy wearing a Manchester United shirt. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, 6 more runs. Pull shot right there. Weston is having it all the way. Johnson Charles having it all the way. 30 runs off of just 10 balls for Charles. And the West Indies fans are in jubilation. That's the thing. I think Kutsi are bowling really fast, but if you're slightly off, you're going to get punished. Hmm. Hmm. 6 more runs. 3 sixes in a row for Johnson Charles. He's punishing these South African bowlers. The ball was full. I didn't think he'd had enough to go all the way. I mean, it was definitely safe because he's hitting it back over the bowler's head in a way. But he had enough. Ah, what a ball right there. A straight four. Johnson Charles, lovely over. 20 runs off of it, 49 runs off of the over. 49 runs rather for without loss. West Indies came to play. This is a really good start from the Windies. Really, really good start. Run rate is at 16 and change. So Muller getting into the attack right there. It's good. It's a quick single there from Captain King. Fifth partnership for the West Indies. Four runs for Charles. I don't think South Africa is understanding what's going on here. They're not getting the line or the length right here. And he's just basically going to loose with that. And all Johnson Charles is doing is just putting his bat on that and finding a way. It's a bit fine there. You know, he pulled that ball right to fine leg. You have to bowl better than that. Sounds like Johnson has definitely. It looks like he's late for something. He's probably, he's probably going to watch some NBA later or something like that. Yeah, yeah. Charles has it on lock. Yeah. Is there any relation? Yeah. Yeah, we've actually been excellent in the power play in the first match in particular too. Yeah. 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 It's a better ball there. No run. South Africa need runs. Need wickets rather. Yeah, I think at this stage you can't, you got to take a little bit off the ball or something, or just try to bowl more accurately. Too much pace, you're gonna get dispatched. No run there. He's going a bit wide. Johnson Charles kind of chased it, but the keeper gets it. So three dot balls in a row here. This is a better finish to this over by Mola. The first two 5 runs only 5 runs off of it so far. So this is really good from comeback so far from South Africa. Yeah, you got to be smart about this because otherwise you're gonna get punished. But then so far you think you're doing well, and then you get smacked for 4. That's terrible. Charles is on form right here. I mean, he seems well. He clips that little bit. There's a clip shot off the pad, bit fine enough to evade the fielder. 4 runs, and at the end was a really good over again for the West Indies. 9 runs off the over. Yeah, so good so far. Brandon King playing supporting role. Johnson Charles, as uh, Roger said, has somewhere to go. Where did he say? It sounds like Joe. Yeah, yeah. It looks like he's in a hurry. Wants to get over with this. Probably want to catch a beach in Jamaica or something like that. Thanks everybody for joining me. Six runs. So Brandon King thinks like he's not allowing Johnson Charles to take all of this. So 6 runs off the first ball. He kind of, you know, a sweepish kind of a shot. Swipes at it. Well, he didn't really sweep, but he gets down on his knees. That hits a car in the parking lot. I don't know whose car that is, but they'll probably be seeing the mechanic. A little bit of a dent probably in the top of that Toyota, it looks like from afar. 4 runs. Oh no, that's not far. Sorry. Yeah. Looks like he was gonna hit it for 4, but it's going a bit wide there. He swiped at it. King probably should have moved over to it. Yeah, hits no run. Better ball again. Just a single there off of that shot. So 7 runs off the over so far. Let me see where we are. Another single there by Charles. One more to his half century. Lovely shot. Very great shot there from Brandon King. 4 runs there. I mean, West Indies are piling this on. They're not easing up. It's a lovely shot. Kind of a late shot he takes there, and it just finds the gap. Way out to out to deep point. He just slaps that, but he waited a little bit, then he just slaps that. Yeah, end of the over. 70 without loss after 5 overs. 21 for the captain, and 49 for Johnson Charles, who, as I was hearing on a commentary, also says seemed to be only one run. Everything was coming from boundaries except for that 1 run there. Yeah. So lovely, lovely response from after what you have to consider a fantastic bowling from the West Indies early on to restrict the South Africans for just 163 and 70 runs already. without loss. They clearly have somewhere to go. And yeah. 49 off 18 for Charles, 21 runs for Captain King with only 12. No run off the first ball, just a little fuller length, but going out near the leg. And oh, it looked fuller to me. I have to see it again. Yeah. All right, that's his half century. There's a diving field there by the fielder. Looked like he was going to stop it, but he couldn't stop it. It goes all the way to the boundary. And 20 balls for his half century for Johnson Charles. Excellent batting. Excellent batting. Yeah, it was going. There's a good dive there by, I don't know who was diving there. I can't see, but he couldn't stop it. Slaps another one down there. 4 runs. That was effortlessly. That's disrespectful right there. Yeah. He's not doing anything but just like finding the gaps right here. You know. I mean, I guess he's just using the pace of the ball too. Drilling it right down to for 4 runs. You know, kind of pushing it wide of leg, and he just steps in it and just straight down. Lovely shot. 4 more runs. Nobody out there. I like it. I like it. He just slashed it over to the cover there, deep coverish. Yeah, nobody over there. Can't stop that. Three fours in a row. That one didn't find. That one found the gap a little bit. I don't think he wanted to put it there. Just a single. Yeah. 13 runs off the over so far. Yeah, this is very good from Johnson Charles. I have to be honest with you. Yeah, very. I think he needed this innings. Both him and King here setting up West Indies nicely. End of the over here now. No run. Nokia to King. A little bit highish. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the end of the over. The power play is gone. West Indies 83 without loss. Very good. I mean, better than very good. Yeah, it's been excellent. So that's the kind of start you wanted after bowling out these guys for 163. And yeah. Appreciate everybody for joining. Hopefully enjoying this final T20 at Sabina Park. All right, so Peter is coming into the attack. He Yeah, he bowled good. Yes, yeah, in that match yesterday. Was he on debut yesterday, or it was the second match? I can't remember. But yeah, wide ball for the first one, going down to the leg. Yeah, first ball wide, so extra runs for the West Indies here. Just a single off the second ball or the first, well, actually the first legal delivery. So so a bit full ball, full going down leggish or middle of leg, and Johnson Charles just pushes it. This guy's bowling good. A one run there for King. So 3 runs off the over so far, but he's restricting the West Indies. He's gonna face Johnson Charles now. So far, so good off the over, but let's see what he does here. 6 runs. That's like what? I mean, I mean, I think Charles has had enough. He's looking at this. I'll assess you for one or two. Well, mostly one. Yeah. I mean, on his knee, it's way up in the sky. Did someone catch it? Probably not in the crowd. Yeah, Johnson Charles is on another planet now. 6 more runs here. Is it? No, he's gone. Gone. Lovely. Yeah, he's gone into deep mid wicket or so. So a good comeback by Peter there, and he's gone. He pulls it right into deep mid wicket. So this Peter guy is doing well. I mean, I guess he'll take that wicket in his first innings, and the West Indies opening partnership has been broken. 92 runs for one. An excellent start to the match for West Indies. An excellent knock by Johnson Charles. Unfortunate that he's out, but this is good cricket so far from the West Indies. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hmm. Top stuff from Charles. The opening period done what's needed in preparation. We still have Poor and Powell, Shepherd, Russell batting. Yeah, filling me with confidence. Yeah, Chase, of course. Yeah, I think so. I think the West Indies for a good while now. When I look at this setup, coming into this, and I remember I went to Trinidad in December and I watched that England series, and and I was watching. Obviously, it was across the Caribbean. It ended in Trinidad, but I you always just think like what West Indies really needed is like who can come in after the power play on the bowling side, and maybe with Shamar Joseph in the mix, you will never know, right? So Myers is in there. He's off first ball, flipped off the pad there, the leg rather, and quick runs. I think Johnson Charles would be disappointed in the way he got out. Yeah, but he's incredible innings. Yeah, 69 runs off of 26. West Indies couldn't ask for much more right here. Well, I guess they could ask for him to finish it off, but not. So good ball there. Yeah. LBW shot, but there's nothing in that. Yeah, it's going down the leg. So the end of the over 100 and not 193 for one. West Indies still in the ascendancy. Appreciate everybody on the channel. Make sure you put your comments in. Anything you want to say. If you want to bring up other sports too. Cricket is a long game, so you can always talk about other things. I need 71 runs off 78 balls, so this is really reasonable. Really more than reasonable. Yeah. So there's no need to panic or anything. Just do what you have to do. Kruger's coming into the attack. Single. This Kruger guy looks more like a rugby player. I like him. It's a big dude. Let's see what he can do. First ball was a full toss, 4 runs, dispatched by King. It looked full tossish. Let me see it again. Brandon King just like, yeah. Really good batting from King there. It's probably about a single there. Six runs off the over already with just three balls remaining. I like what I'm seeing. When you have a good start like this, and you know that you don't have a big run chase, you attack it good with that. What Charles did, pull that a little bit. That's just another single. Then you just put yourself in a comfortable position to be responsible to play responsible cricket, and I think that's what West Indies are doing right now. That brings up the 100, and yeah. Another single there. So I think Kruger has done well to just do slightly full ball line is than the one before, but he's pushing. He's a little bit slower too. So it's just, I guess he's been just trying to restrict or not do anything out of the ordinary because he doesn't want to get hammered. It's last ball of the over right now. Good ball, no run. Kruger feels the ball himself. He kind of pushed it across there from Karl Myers. 101 for one. West Indies require another 62. Let's see what's going on here. If I'm missing out in the comments. Yeah. So yeah, 8 overs over, 101 for one. The target is 164 rather, and 6 runs. So Peter comes in, and King dispatches him for the first one. And that's the problem. This is the big thing I always talk about when, especially in any kind of match. I mean, when your first ball is at 6, then you're really on the back foot as the bowler. It's a straight 6 back down there on his back knee. Then he follows it up with a push and turns over the strike to Karl Myers. No run there for Karl Myers. I like what I'm seeing from the captain too. Mm. Look, it's simple. You're not chasing a big target. You hit a six first. You get a single for the next. It's already 7 runs. The required run rate is under 5. You've done your job already in this over. You just don't give away a wicket. Is the most important thing next. Really responsible type of cricket. And Karl Myers needs to bat himself into. Gets a run there. Easy singles. I mean, you basically can take singles all the way and get to this target. So it's pretty much easy. That's a no ball there. So it's going to be a free hit. Why is a spinner bowling a no ball? You don't want that. It's probably going to get dispatched for this. Goes wide, 6 runs. It's a big. He had to reach for that shot, and I don't even know if it came where it came off of, but yeah, he stretched a little bit. He had to reach clearly. A bit ball goes over long on there. Yeah. 6 runs for Brandon King. He's edging closer to his half century. Ends the over on a single. No, that's not ending on the over. Sorry. Yeah, that's just a single. One more run, one more ball for the end of the over. Turns the strike back over, and this is like already a fantastic over for the West Indies. Peter comes in again. Just pushes down there from Miles. The over is over. 17 runs off the over, 46 runs off 66 balls, and the West Indies are cruising. You can bring out the red stripe, the carib beer, whatever else you want to drink. It looks like it's almost over. Thanks everybody for joining. Hopefully you're having a good afternoon or a good early morning if you're on other parts of the world. If you're in Asia or so. But yeah, this is a great performance from the West Indies, and I like what I'm seeing. You must be proud of it. I mean, regardless of the outfit and whoever is batting and the strength of the teams, what Darren Sammy is doing here is instilling a level of discipline to finish it off. Yeah. Oh, probably 2 runs here for Karl Myers. Finds the gap. Yeah. Van der Dusen at the runner around. He's over there. But yeah, just to finish that point, it's important to just whenever you're on top, you try to stay on top. And I think it's a good performance here. That looks like a straight 6. So Carmes gets into the action. First ball of the over, he gets 2 runs out over deep extra cover, and second ball comes in and he just set straight 6 down. And all these straight 6s are pleasing me. Nobody can stop them. You mistime them, you still probably wouldn't get out. No run there. So 8 runs already off of the over. So Hendricks need to figure out what he's doing. Single there. Now 37 runs to win. It's a bit fine. I don't think King hit that the way he wanted. Probably took an edge or so. It wasn't. Yeah, no run there. Into the over was a run from King. Yeah, 10 runs from the over. And West Indies are really easy chase right now. Drinks break. Yeah. The Windies are just calling it for. Yeah, the stroll. It's just an easy stroll. Fantastic start by Brandon King and Johnson Charles. Charles needed that knock. Probably would have been over if he hadn't gotten out. But and Myers is in and he's striking the ball. He's not doing much. I mean, he has a 1-6, which is really good. But taking the singles, responsible batting right there from the West Indies, and it's all over already. Unless you have the collapse of all collapses, which you can never anticipate happening here from now on. So it's just about finishing this up. And what are the positives you take away from the series? Well, Charles got a great knock there. Brandon King looking good across. Also leadership as well. Even though it would be Robman Powell and Alzari Joseph as vice captain, but you want to see the leaders in the team too, and King is certainly playing that role. Look really well. Good to see Obed McCoy back. Shamar Joseph getting a couple matches at this level because he's brought into the squad on the back of his fantastic performance in Australia. Also led him a contract to go to the IPL. And so there's a number of guys that will come across and join this lot. Your Russells, Ravman Powell will come. Obviously, Shafin Rutherford, that's still at the IPL. Like that was at the IPL today as well. And yeah, I think this is a very strong West Indies team. And if they put their heads together, play some serious cricket, have fun with it, obviously as well, they should be able to do the region proud. And as we all know about cricket, West Indies is always the second favorite team for most. So it would be good to see them hunt down a third. I think they're going to this World Cup with the capability of hunting down a third title. It's not going to be easy, but if they apply themselves well, they should go really far. And it's good to see some cricket in Jamaica as well. They haven't gotten any cricket in a while. There's no franchise cricket in Jamaica too, which is sad. So yeah. So Coetzee coming in back from the Courtney Walsh end and King kind of pulls it down and takes a single. So 35 runs. Calmer's on strike here. It's like a uppish ball into his body, and good ball there from Coetzee. 2 runs. Good start to the over for South Africa. 2 singles. And don't forget to subscribe, guys. I mean, I appreciate you on the channel. If it's your first time, thank you. Give the video a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you know I go live. I also do other sports, so I try to mix it up, obviously. So if you come one day and you see a sport that you don't like, well, just know I'll come back with another one that you might, or you just join in. I appreciate you guys on this live this evening as the West Indies are heading to a famous victory, a clean sweep of the series. And don't forget to put your comments in. You know, some good bowling here by Gerald, could say. Two dot balls in a row. It's probably South Africa's best over so far. And he's I like him a lot. Anyway, that's good pace. Everybody knows him. If he's on fire, he can be very lethal for South Africa. He's trying to work his way back into some good form too. Gone. So Brandon King is out. This is an excellent over for South Africa. Yeah, the captain goes. This is a very good comeback from Gerald Coetzee. It's a short ball, but it's not particularly fast, so kind of high too. But King swipes at it, edges, and the keeper catches it. So Quinton de Kock catches what is a very simple catch. So he's probably disappointed by that. Probably a little bit outfoxed. I think he thought that was going to go much faster, and I guess the short ball worked here for the South Africans. And West Indies have lost their second wicket for 130 runs. Who's your man of the series? And Athanaze is out. Kid with a lot of talent, a lot of promise. And I really hope it works out for him because he could be a fantastic batsman. I don't know. Would you say maybe he's the most talented to come out since Hope? I don't know. Good ball there from Kutsia. No run there. Against trying to get a York. I think it's like a Yorker line. Fuller ball, obviously. Let's see. No. Oh well, yeah, yeah, it is. Tries to get on the stump. So only 2 runs off of this over here and picked up the wicket of the captain. And so that's a very good comeback from Gerald. His first over, he got hit about a bit. Yeah, another 34 runs needed. Oof, could have been stumped there. That was our. Ooh, went for 4 runs. Weston is very lucky there. 4 byes. Could have been stumped. Should have been stumped. Oh, that's terrible there by. Well, I don't know if it's terrible, but it's unfortunate there by Quinton de Kock and Miles. Myers, a very lucky man there. Whew! He strikes that white right back down the ground, and Hendricks had to do well to catch that. The umpire had to take evasive action. I mean, Weston is not communicating well there. So 2 dot balls after the misstumping attempt that yielded 4 byes. Wide ball from Hendricks. All right. Just a run there. me see what you're saying. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's a good series. Yeah. I think West Indies. I mean, I think South Africa learn a lot from this too. They're also testing out players, obviously, and preparing. And I think the West Indies are preparing well. I mean, and I think they will go into the World Cup with some confidence. There's a warm up match, I guess, with Australia, right? But opportunity to see some players, to get some players some game time. And I think when you get the guys back from that who played in the IPL and they try to gel as a unit, should be in a good position. Yeah. Yeah. So Alec Athens gets a run and he's off. 2 runs there. Ending the ending the over 8 runs off of the 12th over rather. Yeah, so West Indies are a little bit slower than before, but that's expected because they just lost the captain, but still cruising to a famous victory here. Yeah. It's not much needed to finish this off. Wide ball starts the over. Just need what's the run rate required now? Just around 3. Yeah, so you that's a run there from Athenes. Flicks it down to backward square leg. Ooh, it's a good ball there from Kutsia. Hits Myers. I think Myers probably took his eyes off of that, and that's a good ball from Kutsia. Ball kind of gets into the middle leg region there. Ooh, what a strike! Six runs. Some guy in the crowd takes the catch, but that's a lovely 6 runs there from Carl Myers, dispatching Gerald Coetzee. But that guy took a lovely catch. Yeah, he pulled that right over into 6. Lovely, lovely. Now 17 runs. Ooh, did the cock hurt himself? Yeah, he's not looking good. This is not good. He tried to get that because that was a really pacey ball there, got coming in from Kutsia because he's digging deep, very short, and he had to go way up to catch it, and then he started to hold his back a little bit. He's not looking good. I would take him off right away from South Africa. Like somebody else got to pad up. What are they reviewing? Oh, I guess they're reviewing a catch, but yeah, there's no. Yeah, I guess that was just South Africa Desperate. I think Captain King will get my. Yeah, probably so. Yeah, I think he's been fantastic all series. Yeah, that might be a good. That's a good call. I think Seymour. Just a single there to end the over. A little full toss. He drives it out to deep and well, one more in the over. Sorry, because I forgot about that white ball early. Yeah. Wide ball. So that's not helping the cause, but you know, unless you're West Indies. I don't like how the cock looks. He's like looks struggling there. But he must be okay, otherwise he probably would have come off the field. So last ball of the over, Athanasius pushes at it and he gets a single. It's a kind of wideish ball. And he just pushed at it and somewhere out in the third area. And he gets a single. So Weston is requiring another 14 runs, I think. So Hendricks into the attack here. Single off the first ball of the into the 14th over there. Fantastic shot there from Kyle Myers. 6 runs. Just straight over Hendricks' head. And West Indies are like, it's over. That's a lovely shot by so Myers gets a single there. Not a push out there by Athanase. So less than a run and over now. It's just a matter of time. I mean, the match is over. Lovely 6 by Carl Mayers. And West Indies win the series. Sorry. Sorry, Seymour. Yeah, that's the end of the match. 6 runs there by Carl Mayers to finish it off. A lovely, lovely 6. And the West Indies have comfortably won the match. 165 for 2. Mares finishes on 36, Athenaeus on 6. And this is as comprehensive as you would get. Lovely, 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 lovely end to the match. Yeah. It was like he just muscled that ball way over for sure, you know. So 8 wickets in hand. West Indies win by 8 wickets and with 37 balls remaining. So very comfortable. I mean, all the hard work was done early by restricting them only to 165 runs. And then clearly Johnson Charles and Brandon King got the West Indies off to a great start. Charles, in particular, strike rate over 300, right? I think it's a strike rate over 300. Let me check again. And so, where's the scorecard? Give me a second there. Let's try. Yeah, not well. It wasn't over 300, but 265. At one point, it was over 300. Oh yeah, so that's excellent batting. 44 for King, 69 for Charles, 37 for Myers, and Athenaeus just came in and knocked it around with 5 runs. Didn't have to do much, and I guess played a supporting role in the end. And the West Indies have won the match. So this is excellent from the West Indies. Yeah, congratulations to them, as Seymour is saying here. I think they'll learn a lot. You got to see a lot of players in action again. You saw even Hayden Walsh get a little touch. Good bowling all series, I thought, from Gudakesh Moti as I see them. And you're welcome. And clearly, Fabian Allen will also be in the mix as one of the players on the backup, and he gets a chance. It's always good to see him. Charles, in particular, with his 69, batting his way back into yeah. Congratulations, West Indies. Rastaman is saying here, yeah, batting his way back into form. Brandon King will be very much satisfied with his personal performance and also his leadership. Big up, Dennis. And so yeah, the West Indies are on their way for the World Cup, and I think man of the match for you is Moti. Yeah, I mean he was really good. I mean especially in the first the two matches, he excellent spells. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Appreciate it, Roger Bristol. Yeah, the yeah, it's good to see and those guys coming back. And I know, like also guys coming back with excellent form. Russell won the IPL today. Rutherford as well. Clearly, he didn't feature in the game, but I think you're coming into this series with a bunch of guys that are in good form, playing well, and it's a format that West Indies should do well in, and they, I think, can count themselves in the mix to try and see if they can hunt for that third title. And I think the leadership of Darren Sammer shouldn't go unnoticed as well. I think he's really revved them up. He's a serious about what it means for the preparation, and he also has won the World Cup twice as a player, and so that is important, I believe, for uh, for the guys to listen to him. And I think Rovman Powell, in particular, if we have been honest with ourselves, has been an amazing captain for the T20 outfit for the last few years, and he's also in excellent form. I think good in the field. So yeah, I really hope that the West Indies will will take a little rest from this, obviously, but they're back again soon, and yeah, and let's see what will happen. I mean, I think it's not easy to pick the final 11, and that's also what you want. You need good problems. And I think the batting can go far if the guys play well. It's just that you really want the bowlers to be on point and make sure that they're ready to go, because you can get destroyed if you don't bowl, if you bowl wayward. But I like what I see here, and I appreciate you guys coming on the stream this evening. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I'll be back soon for another sport, maybe back tomorrow for track and field or something else. But yeah, we'll be here throughout the World Cup as well, and along and leading up into the Olympics. So yeah, I appreciate you guys. Yeah. What are you saying here? Yeah, Seymour is saying West Indies stand a chance of winning the World Cup. That's how I think. I agree. I think they have a good chance. There's a few teams out there. There's no. I don't know if there's any team that you say is an overwhelming favorite. I don't know if I'm at that point, but there are some teams that know how to show up at different points and at different moments. Australia is one such team. The Indians, they are really, if they can get it right, they can also be extremely destructive. They have no weaknesses either. I don't think. Uh, I don't know what you get from England. They've redefined limited overs cricket in recent years as well. They come into good form. You know, but I think this is not a West Indies team that you look at and you're like, they don't have a chance, right? I agree with you. I think they have a good chance. I think if the West Indies go to this T20 World Cup and don't perform, we would be extremely disappointed, because they have the ability to do so. This is how I would. So in that way, I definitely agree. Yeah, 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 yeah. I agree. Yeah, it's in our grass, and that's all you want, right? Because sometimes favorites don't win tournaments. You want them to work their way in. You want them to. You want to see progress to go up. I always think when you want to win a tournament in any kind of sport, tennis, football, cricket, you don't want to start out at your best. You want to start out good, but you want to progressively go on. It's almost like last year's the 50 over World Cup. India started out fabulous. They didn't lose a single match, and then they run up into Australia at the end, and the ascendancy went the other way, right? And you don't want that for sure, but you want them to start strong, and you can see areas for improvement, but they move along the tournament really well and do well. So, but I don't think anybody will look at this West Indies side and say it's a pushover. They will all be looking to say it's a strong side, and there are weapons everywhere, a lot of weapons. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's actually a good point there. That's a good point. Yeah, it's just some versatility. Can win under different conditions. I mean, even yeah, yeah, even the match a couple of days ago, the match where there's a moment in it you were watching that and you're like, South Africa could have won that match, and then because they started out good in that power play, and then they lost like what, 5 wickets for 50 something or something like that, and that showed how West Indies was able to come back after the power play and really destroy them. So yeah, you're spot on that. Spot on that. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I love this bunch of players. As Seymour saying, when the rest get in, it will be a stronger unit for sure, for sure. And I think there's some players there that might play some significant role. I mean, don't undercount what maybe a Shea Hope can do. I mean, we've seen it recently. There's different kind of players there. And you got some dynamic players. You got players that can, you think about Andre Russell, can find a way. You want that. You see different types of players, and you look to a squad and you're like, are there players in the squad that can change the game? And I think you have a few, and some that might show up in interesting ways, like Shamar Joseph might come and do something when you need him to do it. It's in his nature, his streak to rise to that big occasion. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of experience at this level, but he never had experience in test match, and look what he did, right? So I like what I'm seeing there, and yeah, there's some players you can rely on too, hopefully. Yeah. hopefully Alzari Joseph comes in and delivers some really good bowling. He's the leader of the pack in a sense. Yeah. So yeah, it's good. Very good. Well, thanks guys. I mean, it's been a few hours here and got to run, but you guys continue to enjoy sport. Have a great evening and like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I'll see you guys next time. Appreciate you on the channel.